Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all having a great day overall. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. I did not make an announcement, so I'm not expecting everybody to pour in at once. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give some time for the people to come in. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Teofimo Lopez asking to have his contract bought out with Top Rank. Well, at least asking for a price to buy out his contract with Top Rank. We're going to talk about Subriel Matias and Elvis Rodriguez possibly happening. And then we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. My boy Coffee Plant, with the first comment of the day, he said, boy, got the Nike Tech. Absolutely. This was a gift from my girl. You feel what I'm saying? It's a nice little gift. And this is pretty comfortable. I think this is the first Nike Tech I've ever had. So, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I don't need all the colors, but yeah, I appreciate it. They're pretty expensive. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But how was my day? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Dropped my son off, went to this salute the Wilkes Productions, man. They had a salute the Philly Boxing Awards. You know what I mean? I think this is like my third or fourth year straight that I've went. And it was a pretty good event, man. My dad won Manager of the Year. Our gym won Gym of the Year. Coach Sharon Baker, who's a trainer out of our gym that works for my dad, she won Trainer of the Year. A few of our amateur fighters got awards. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a dope thing to see everybody get their recognition. You know what I mean? I accepted the boxing gym, the boxing facility of the year award. I accepted it and did a little speech, so that was pretty cool. Dope event overall, man. I love coming out to boxing events. You know what I mean? Especially when they're saluting boxers and things of that nature. You feel what I mean? It's always dope to see, the Philly boxing community. You feel me? But then I just came home. I mean, ate something, chilled for a little bit. Now I'm on here talking to y'all. You feel what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. My boy Agent 007, what up? What's on y'all mind, man? Y'all can hit the like button as soon as y'all come in. Like I said, I did not make an announcement. So I'm not expecting everybody to come in all at once. You know what I mean? There's probably people who didn't even think that I was even going to come on live today, but it is what it is. Let me alert the group chat. You feel what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really feel like coming on today, if we being honest. But it is what it is. You gotta be consistent to get where you want to go, right? Sometimes you just gotta force yourself to do shit you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Because it's the procrastination and all that shit. That's what really be holding you back. You feel what I mean? So. Great Gambino, what up? He said, my boy Agent 007 says, salute to the nation and the mob. I hear you, my brothers. Salute. I'm happy that people are already coming in here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up for sure, man. We're gonna talk about Subriel Matias, Elvis Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? They saying that that's a fight that may possibly be in the works if the Subriel and Teofimo Lopez fight doesn't come together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great fight, in all honesty, especially stylistically. Elvis Rodriguez come forward heavy-handed power puncher. You know what I'm saying? Southpaw. Subriel Matias come forward pressure fighter. Combination accumulative puncher. You feel what I'm saying? Relentless, gets stronger as the rounds go on, especially when, he's at his best. That fight's definitely not going the distance. So, if that fight were to come to reality, that's actually a pretty good fight. And in all honesty, they've talked a lot of shit to each other in the past. There was a couple instances where they were supposed to fight. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, man, they don't like each other. So that'll be a dope little build up. DR versus PR. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. I like it. You feel what I'm saying? Marissa Alvarez, what's going on? Marissa, how you doing? I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. It was a solid day today. I got some shit done around the crib. Clean. What? What? My girl likes your name, Marissa. You know what I mean? Salute to Marissa. She one of the coolest people on here. She like 16, but like very, very knowledgeable, like a boxing like fanatic. She got pictures with like all these different fighters and shit. I'll be looking at her page. Well, I looked at her page and one time she had like all these different fighters. Like, yo, that shit is dope as fuck. Mark, would you get your neck tatted? I've contemplated it. I don't think I would get this done right here, but I probably get like the side. There's a few pictures. There's a few I've gotten a few ideas. You feel what I mean? But I haven't gotten a tattoo in a very long time. It's probably been like 3 years since I've gotten a tattoo. 3-4 years. So I got some catching up to do because when it's all said and done, I want to get my whole left arm done, and I also want to get I definitely want to get like the back of my ear and down. So we definitely gonna try to figure this shit out for sure. J Cash, what up? I knew somebody was gonna ask me. I should have figured it was gonna be Coffee Play. This nigga Coffee said, "You seen Tank hair?" Yeah, I seen that shit, man. I mean, what you want me to say about that? That ain't boxing, man. Yeah, he look a little funny. He look like Pootie Tang. Nigga Tank look like Pootie Tang. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's a different nigga. Like, I guess he was straightening his hair because he was about to get it braided. Look, I don't know, bro. Nigga had his shit, the ponytail like Pootie Tang. That nigga just needed the belt. You feel what I'm saying? But I ignore it though. You know what I'm saying? For my niggas that's in the group chat, y'all know what I had to say about it. But we speaking on live amongst the nation, amongst the people. I ain't gonna say too much about it because that would make me no different from the niggas who make videos just talk about Tank hair. Yo, y'all seen Tank new braids? Yo, that design crazy, man. Yo, Tank got the freshest braids in boxing. You see how the motherfucking braids swing when he move his head? You see, he getting some hang time on them braids now. No, them braids get a little bit long. Yo, Tank out here styling and profiling. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that shit, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We want to know who you going to fight, when you going to fight them. You know what I'm saying? And how you perform. That's all I give a fuck about. I can give a fuck about what the nigga hair look like. You know what I mean? I barely care about how my hair look half the time. You think I give a fuck about what another nigga hair look like? I could give a fuck. He look like he mastered the sword. That's a pause. Master the sword. A nigga mastering the sword? It's crazy. But yeah, Tank on a different type of time, cuz like I don't know what you want me to say. Like the nigga carry purses and you know what I mean? Like a grown man pulling out a scrunchie, putting his hair together and putting the scrunchie around his hair to keep his hair. It's something real feminine about that. I don't know. Nigga, like give me we about to round. Hold up. Like it's something real weird about that. Said, nigga, you drinking a refresher? Damn, nigga, why you so worried about what I'm doing? First of all, how the fuck you knew this was a refresher? This strawberry splash. You know what I'm saying? I put a hydration boost, an energy boost too. You feel what I'm saying? J Cash wildin', bro. Come on, dog. Fuck it, nigga. This shit alright though. It's a little watery, but it's cool. I was trying to get a strawberry lemonade, but they ran out. So what you want me to do? But nah, let's talk this boxing, y'all. Shout out to the 12 people that's in the building. That's more than enough to get the party started. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get the likes up. Let me see where the likes is at, man. Because y'all niggas be stingy with. I know the nation, they definitely hitting the likes. Like, I got no doubt about that at all. But they be niggas watching that be hating on the low. You know what I mean? They like how I talk my talk, but they don't want to admit it type shit. So they don't want to really see me do my thing. You feel me? They don't really, you know what I mean? But we got 14 likes now with 12 people watching. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, he different with the purses. Yeah, this nigga got the same handbag my girl got. You feel what I'm saying? Same size and all. I just want to know what Tank putting in them bags. Like when you walking around with them little handbags, you already looking kind. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to make that masculine at all. So you in tune with your feminine energy. And if that's the type time you want, that's cool. You know, you just another subservient nigga that's happened to be in this society. That's cool. But what I'm saying is, are you really are you doing this strictly for fashion? Or like you really like yo, Bay, come over here. Real quick. Let me get that purse that you got right there. See, Tank be rocking these little Jones. See, I just bought her this shit not too long ago. See, Tank be rocking the same John. He be trying to play this shit up like it's cool. Like the nigga be trying to be tough with his Oakley shades, and then he walk around with this shit. Now, what I want to know, do you actually take the time to like organize your little handbag? Like you be putting the bliss stacks in the, you know what I'm saying? You pull it out the bag and then you know what I'm saying? You Tank look like the type of nigga that he put his finger like this and he like one of them niggas. Like one of them type niggas. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. Tank just be on that type of time, but you let him tell it. He from the city. I'm from the city. I'm from the city too. If it's real beef, nigga showing up to your house, nigga. If it's real beef, nigga showing up to your house, nigga. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Tank the type nigga, he put his finger like that. And then he go. That nigga Tank go. He probably that nigga Tank probably do the little cause Tank me looking, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Fuck it, bro. It is what it is. I ain't trying to be like a little gossiper or whatever the chatty patty ass nigga, but real quick. Take the type nigga, he go like this, right? He rub his lips together and he go. Tank like one of them type niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yo, take a different nigga, cuz I'm trying to tell you. And he'll whoop your ass, right? It was crazy. Like he'll do all that shit and still fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like Tank one of them type niggas, like he'll do that shit right before he walk out, and then he put you on your ass like that. That's and I'm not saying Tank gay, cause you know what I'm saying. This nigga got kids. I never heard him attached to any men. I just think he be tapped in with his feminine side. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he real in tune with like the fashion world. You know the fashion world is run by like gay Europeans. From you know what I'm saying, like the fashion industry, they ran by gays. So he probably just like, I mean, that's probably just a little side to him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit too masculine for that. They would call that toxic masculinity. There's a reason why they call that toxic masculinity. It's like if you act too much like a man, because this society set up where it's like they're trying to make being a man nowadays toxic. And there's agendas out here where they're trying to how can I say this? Where they're trying to degrade men. They're trying to make them more like women. They want men to be more subservient. They don't want no leaders, especially amongst black and brown people. They don't really want like the last thing they want is an alpha male. You know what I mean? Because alpha males could, lead the charge and revolution, and that's the last thing that they want. They want weak men. They want, submissive men. So the power structure can maintain their superiority. You feel what I'm saying? Emasculate. That's the right word to Scott. Appreciate it. They want to emasculate men. They want to bring them down to the most feminine level possible. These niggas be falling for it. You feel me? But it is what it is. I mean, that's a totally different conversation. He said Tank love his pants sagging. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But one of the worst things is like a nigga who act like a bitch that'll really beat the shit out you. Like, I would have even That's embarrassing, bro. For a nigga to act like a bitch. You seen how the way that nigga rolled in the ring the one time, and yeah. I don't know. My pride would really eat at me if I was to get my ass whooped by a nigga who moved like Tank. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, yeah, I mean, let's talk this boxing, y'all. So Teofimo Lopez, one of the biggest idiots in the entire sport of boxing, a racist, you know, an insecure liar. You feel what I'm saying? He coming out here and he put out a series of tweets today. And I want to see. Shout out to whoever put this up because this shit is fucking hilarious. Lefty loaded for Bet Media. He said how T.O. envisions himself when he tweets. They put this nigga head on Albert Einstein scalp. They put, and that's a fact because T.O. really be tweeting like he like this philosopher, you know what I mean, wise, philosophical ass nigga. And it's like, bro, you're an idiot, bro. And anybody with any sort of intelligence would know that you're an idiot. You just try to come across as deep, you know what I mean? You try to come across as this intelligent intellectual, and it's like, bro, you literally make no sense. And the only nigga that thinks that you're an intellectual is you. This nigga really sat on that stage and act like he was reading the Bruce Lee book. Nigga ain't flipped the page not one time. So it's like, bro, you want to sell this image that you like this highly intelligent individual, but highly intelligent individuals don't go out of their way to prove that they highly intelligent individuals. It just comes across that way. You know what I mean? It speaks for itself. You ain't got to go out of your way to prove that you smart. People will see it within the way you speak, how the way you carry yourself, all that good shit. And T.O.'s an idiot. Like, this nigga literally said, you've got to risk it for the biscuit. Bet like a bitch, you never get rich. Gamble on winner, winner, chicken dinner. Like, nigga, what? You just mixed like 3 cliches together. Let me see. Let's start from the very beginning because I don't want to talk too crazy. Let me see. He flirting with that bitch Nina Drama, by the way. He flirting with the John Nina from the UFC, Nina Marie. She alright though. I think she get a little bit too much criticism. I think Shorty look good, but she probably just a little annoying. That's all. But I'm looking for this tweet. I guess he just went on a little rant today. Did he delete it? I think he did. That bitch ass nigga definitely did. Yo, like, look, man, a lot of niggas, bro. I used to fuck with T.O. until that whole racist shit that he was on, bro. I used to rock with T.O. I'm like, yeah, this little nigga could fight. He rise to the occasion. I loved it. When he beat Loma, bro, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was rooting for him heavy because there was a lot of people doubting him. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted that Loma stigma, that matrix, and he's unbeat. I wanted all of that shit to go. You know what I mean? But yeah, T.O. This nigga T.O. told Devin that he's not black, that he's light skinned. It's like, bro, like, this nigga's an idiot. He called Devin a mama huevo. Damn, I ain't even seen none of this. Shit. Yeah, that Loma hype was on a different level, bro. Like, yo, once they find a little white motherfucker that could fight, bro, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like Rocky Marciano. I'm surprised they ain't backing Usyk like that heavy, probably because he a weird looking nigga, but Surprised they ain't back in Usyk like how the way they be back in. They was back in Loma. I can't find it, bro. But Tio was asking Top Rank how much would it cost to buy him out. I'm sure somebody from Top Rank was like, "Yo, man, shut the fuck up with all that stupid shit. Take it the fuck down, nigga. We run your career." He was like, "Oh, yes, daddy," and then deleted the tweet. That's probably what happened with Tio, little stupid ass. But he been on a little run. He calling niggas mama huevo. He told Devin that he's not black, he's light skinned, whatever the fuck that means, bro. I don't think Dev went back with him. I don't think Dev was going back and forth with Tio, but Tio was still making some remarks. Let me see. Somebody said, "Shut your racist ass up. You ranting about nothing and still didn't issue an apology for that racist junk you said. But you're always trying to quote God, typical racist person, clown." Shout out to whoever wrote that. Shout out to Prince Walker. He talking that shit. He talking that shit that Tio need to hear. And Tio said, "If that's the case, then I am apologizing for not being specific with my comment. Let's move forward as family. Family fighting, arguing when we're wrong, then we hash it out to solve the issue. This is a new year for new beginnings. I love you, my man, and to the community. Bless." The nigga said, "Man, shut the fuck up with all that." Yo, shout out to this nigga Prince Walker, cuz he said, "Man, shut the fuck up with all that." No, I'm a man. That apology was dry as fuck, but it's an apology. I'm done trolling now. I don't like saying racist stuff myself. I hate racism for anyone of any race. Saying the N-word really hurts some people, especially on national TV. Shout out to this nigga Prince Walker, cuz he said, "Man," that sound like me, bro. That's how I was talking to Rolly when we was on the phone, cuz I was like, "Yo, Rolly." I said, "Yo, you know who the fuck you talking to, nigga?" I said, "Bro, I ain't one of these media niggas that kiss your ass. I don't give a fuck about none of that." He said, "At the end of the day, what Rolly told me? My girl got that shit all on record. I should just put it out." But it's like 20 minutes of just straight going back and forth. But Tio was like, "At the end of the day, I'm a 2-weight world champion." I said, "Nigga, you only had one world title, bro." I said, "You only had one real world title." I said, "We don't count that regular shit. But at the end of the day, I had 2 titles." Shit funny, bro. That's how you gotta talk to these niggas, man. Cause they can talk to us however the fuck they want. They can say whatever they want to us and say whatever about us in the media, bro. Fuck that. We talking right back to these niggas, bro. Fuck you talking about. Ain't nobody scared of y'all niggas. But yeah, Tio, you know, I just find it funny that Devin was like, "Man, you always talking shit about black fighters, but need a black fighter to sell." You know what I'm saying? You ain't making no real money. As long as you with Bob, you gonna keep making peanuts. And then Rolly, within 24 hours, tweets Top Rank and be like, "Yo, how much is it to buy to buy myself out of my contract?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he be asking to buy himself out of his contract? Because he knows he could get more elsewhere. He knows that he's in a fucked up situation, and essentially, he's making peanuts. How long did I talk to Rolly for? For like an hour. So she recorded the first John for like 20 minutes. But like he kept talking in circles, so I just told her to stop recording. And then we hung up. And then he had called me back. You know what I'm saying? But me and Rolly, we ain't got no problems, bro. Like I said, that nigga harmless, cuz. But it do be funny to make fun of him though. I'm about to text him right now. Nah, I wasn't screaming at all. I was just like, nigga, like, fuck, just checking him. Like, I was on some, I mean, he older than me, and I was checking him like a big brother, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that yelling with other men, bro. You know what I mean? I don't yell with men. I don't even want to be yelling with women. Like the only women I've ever yelled at was my son mom. That's the furthest it's gonna go. Before I yell at a man, I'm swinging on him. Once I get the shaking, it's over. Once my legs and my arms start shaking, ain't no turning back, brother. But yeah, man, Teofimo asking to buy himself out of his top rank contract. He knows he got a shitty deal. He knows he got finesse. He know he could be making more. But you made your bed, so you gotta lay in it. You feel what I'm saying? You see this bed I'm laying in now, nigga? I made it, so I gotta lay in it. You feel me? You gotta do the same shit with that shitty deal you got. So it is what it is, man. Karma's a motherfucker. And you stay talking behind that God club, but one thing we do know is God don't like ugly, and you've been moving real ugly. Because not only is you ugly on the outside, nigga, not only is you ugly in the mouth area, you ugly inside as well. You got a lot of deep hatred in you. You got a lot of insecurity in you. You got a lot of self doubt in you. And you're filled with jealousy, especially towards black fighters. You feel what I'm saying? So, hopefully, you know what I mean. You could live to accept that you need black fighters in order to get somewhere in your career. Hopefully fix that you can fix that incident, what I mean, that's in your mouth. And then what I mean, you can learn something from Cardi B. You can get a bag and fix your teeth, you feel me? And stop living like J. Cole, walking around with a crooked smile, you heard? So yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's a lot of shit that you could really improve in your life, you know. They probably would give you a better deal if your smile looked better. You ever thought about that? No, this is some real shit though. I had an aunt of mine who she makes crazy money. She works in telecommunications, and she would do a lot of presentations and give speak publicly and shit like that. And she didn't have like the best teeth. You feel what I'm saying? And one of the things that people pay attention to while you talk is your teeth. You feel me? So while you talking, they looking at this area because that's where the sound is coming from. And the company has suggested and actually paid for her to get braces. You feel what I'm saying? So if T.O. wants to be this shrewd businessman that he claims to be, and he wants to be sitting down at the negotiation table, which he's not, but if he wants to sit down at the negotiation table with these guys and conduct business and negotiate contracts and shit, you might as well fix that shit that's in your mouth, my nigga, so people could take you more serious. That's all I'm saying. Because if I'm talking to a nigga who got hella plaque and teeth all crazy in their mouth, I'm not gonna be fully invested in the conversation. I'm actually gonna be tuning out if we keeping it 1,000. But that's a totally different conversation, man. Boxing's slow right now, so I'm just bitter. You're but next topic, man. I guess Teofimo Lopez proving Devin Haney right. Devin Haney said, "You ain't making no real money over there. I'm making real money. You fighting for peanuts with Bob." Within 24 hours, he asking for a buyout, obviously, because he knows that what Devin Haney said holds true. Because if the opposite was true, I don't think he'll be looking to, get up out of that contract. If he knew he was getting paid well and, compensated how he was supposed to, he would be happy with the situation and wouldn't be asking for a buyout. You feel what I'm saying? J. Cash said Bob Arum in his head during negotiations. Man, his teeth is fucked up. I'm gonna give him 5 beans and a pound of rice per fight. That's crazy. With a fucking ounce of Listerine, nigga. With an ounce of Listerine. Great Gambino, do you think Albert Ramirez versus Benavidez would have been a better fight than the fight versus Morell? I think you meant to say Gilberto Ramirez. I mean, look, from what I heard, Gilberto Ramirez is like unified champion at cruiserweight. Am I right or wrong? Don't he got? I think Benavidez said that he got 2 titles. Shout out to Jamel Herring. He got like a little podcast, or like he co-hosts a podcast with somebody else, and they did a pretty good interview with David Benavidez. I think either yesterday or the day before, and he says that if Bivol and Beterbiev is not the next available fight for him, after he defeats Morell, which he believes he's going to do, he would like to get a fight with Gilberto Ramirez at cruiserweight. And I think that's phenomenal. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so Gilberto Ramirez is unified. So, if he were to actually, get past 175 real quick, because, Benavidez ain't got no problem putting on weight. We've seen that, obviously. Him versus Gilberto will be fire, bro, for the WBO and the WBA titles at cruiserweight. If he was able to actually move up and become unified within one fight and only have him 2 fights at 175, that'd be very impressive. Gilberto Ramirez is a big motherfucker, but he's very beatable in my opinion. And Benavidez, if he's able to maintain some type of shape and can adjust to the weight well, he could do some damage to Gilberto, man. That's my personal opinion. Maybe the size will play a difference. I don't know. But that'll actually be dope. Yeah, Zordo is unified, bro. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. They said that man unified. So that'll actually be dope. But in terms of I don't know. I'm more interested in the David Morell versus Benavidez fight, man, because they got bad blood. They going back and forth. They've been trying to build this fight up for a few years already, and it's finally here. And I think they closer in size, and they got the same amount of experience at like heavyweight. So I'm more interested at that fight, man. I think this is I think Morell is a scary opponent to go up against if I'm David Benavidez. Gilberto is scary as well. Let's not get it wrong. I just think there's more attention set around Zordo and Benavidez in comparison. I mean, I'm sorry, not Zordo. I think there's more attention around Morell and Benavidez in comparison to Gilberto and Benavidez. I don't think there's much hype or demand around Gilberto fighting Benavidez, but it's still an intriguing fight regardless. Yeah, Gilberto doing his thing over there at cruiserweight. YSM got Morell heavy. Well, to be fair, Morell YSM been backing Morell for since the very beginning. Like if we being honest, he's all in on Morell, and way before the fight got announced, he told me to my face that he believes Morell would knock Benavidez out. I disagree with that. um, I don't think Morell knocks Benavidez out. I think actually Benavidez beats him. I favor Benavidez, but it's not impossible. It could definitely happen. My boy Mastermind 96 in the building. Yo, Mastermind, bro, what's up with you, man? You don't ever give me no contact information to hit you up or nothing. You just want to keep it on YouTube, bro. You hiding from niggas and shit. That's fucked up. But shout out to the boy Mastermind, man. It is what it is. I can't force a nigga to, chop it up with me. You feel me? He said Zordo is doing good, Marissa. I see 2 belts. That's heavy flexing right there, bro. Can't deny that. But let's talk about the rumors that I've been hearing, man. I think that the group chat had actually posted this, so I want to see exactly what y'all thoughts are on this because I already had spoke about it briefly. Um, according to Dan the Boxing Man, shout out to Dan the Boxing Man, he said there are ongoing talks of a fight between Subriel Matias and Elvis Rodriguez for the #1 IBF ranking, just in case the Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias fight doesn't materialize. Now, I did not pay attention to that first part, the #1 IBF ranking. Now, this is extremely interesting. In all honesty, man. Look, I love the Teofimo Lopez fight for Subriel. If that fight were to come together, fuck it. It's for a world title. It's a bigger fight. I'm sure it's more money, all that good shit. However, Subriel, somebody who just had the IBF not too long ago, I'm sure he's not far away from the #1 spot, right? At this very moment in time. Elvis Rodriguez, he's dangerous, heavy-handed, good power. Come forward. He a stepper. He like to let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He punches with bad intentions. This is a good stylistic matchup. However, Subriel has the same qualities. I think his gas tank is a little bit better than Elvis Rodriguez. I think he applies more pressure than Elvis Rodriguez. I think he's a better finisher than Elvis Rodriguez. I think he's more relentless than Elvis Rodriguez. You feel what I'm saying? I think he got a little bit more dog in him than Elvis as well. You feel what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. I just think that he a couple notches above, and this is under the condition because Subriel is inconsistent. This is under the condition that he is 100% in the ring. You feel what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, Subriel didn't look impressive to me in his last 2 fights. You feel me? So it'll be interesting to see Subriel defeat Elvis Rodriguez if they were to fight and become Richardson Hitchens #1 contender for his title. You feel what I'm saying? Now, this will be extremely interesting because Hitchens, when the roles was reversed, he didn't seem too optimistic about fighting Subriel, but he didn't blame it on Subriel because he didn't want to come across as a duck. But he was saying because of the whole rehydration process. All of a sudden, with Subriel out of the picture momentarily, he doesn't care for the rehydration process. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You know what I mean? It'll just be very interesting with Richardson Hitchens now becoming the IBF. I'm sorry, I was just reading that last comment from Anthony Latham. But it'll just be very interesting to see Subriel become that #1 guy. And we'll see what Richardson Hitchens' excuse will be. Will he take on that #1 guy? You know what I'm saying? Because IBF don't play with their mandatories. You feel what I'm saying? So it'll be very interesting to see if Hitchens is going to step up to the plate and allow Subriel an opportunity, or is he, going to all of a sudden be looking to make some type of change, or, whatever the case is. I'm going to be very interested because I already feel like Hitchens got a little bit of, I think his heart pumped Kool-Aid a little bit. I think he got a little bit of duck sauce in his system. You feel what I'm saying? He been showing me some little iffy qualities, some iffy stances, some iffy statements and shit like that. But let's see how that shit turns out. Obviously there's a likelihood that Subriel will fight Teofimo. So in reality, this fight might not even come together between Subriel and Elvis. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. Definitely like the live, people. Anthony Latham said there are similarities and qualities. Elvis boxes more to go with his. I agree. Elvis got a little bit of more boxing ability within him. Subriel is just he's a little bit more on the brawler / pressure fighter side for sure. But I do think at the same time, that Subriel has better punch placement than Elvis. I just think he's more dangerous offensively because he takes more chances and he lets his hands go more than Elvis. I think Elvis is a bit more economical than Subriel. You feel what I'm saying? But they both do damage. Hitchens wants easiest defense possible. I understand that. But like I said, the IBF don't play. If they strip Canelo, once I seen that they stripped Canelo and gave the belt to Skull or had Skull fight for it, I was like, oh shit, these niggas don't play because all these sanctioning bodies be kissing Canelo ass. You feel what I'm saying? They be kissing his ass. So when you see that one sanctioning body that don't give a fuck and they strictly go by their own rules, they don't bend their own rules, then it might put Hitchens in a situation where it's like, yo, you know what I mean? He won that #1 contender spot for your belt. What you doing? You gonna fight the man? You gonna fight him? You not gonna fight him? Because if you ain't gonna fight him, we're gonna have to take this belt off you. And this is gonna put Hitchens in a situation where his pride gonna be tested. And it's really gonna be a situation where it's like, I'm either a bitch or I'm not. So we gonna see. I got my opinions on Hitchens. I think he a scary motherfucker, but if he were to turn around, hypothetically speaking, you know what I mean? Because it's not official. I might be reading too much into it. It might not even happen in reality. But we'll see. Yeah, the IBF don't got no problem stripping anybody. They strip Canelo. They strip Jermell. They strip they strip Bud. They strip Canelo. They strip Jermell. They don't give a fuck. They even they was gonna strip Usyk, but Usyk just relinquished it. You know what I'm saying? So they really don't care. Like they would have stripped Boots too if he ain't fight Karen. See if it tastes different. You think it tastes different? Now we getting closer to the bottom.
It's the dragon fruit.
Yeah. It's still nasty, right?
It's getting bitter.
Yeah, I ain't really feeling this shit.
Mix it with the Gatorade.
Whoa, who said that?
Get your butt on my face.
He said he don't care about the IBF because he moving up. Who said that? Hitchens? Slime, what up? Oh my God, this nigga Hitchens is a bitch, bro. So if he already talking like this, bro, this is like he's already telling you what his moves is. As soon as they line him up with a mandatory that he don't like or a style that he don't like, he gonna move the fuck up. Listen, man. Hitchens, I'm trying to tell y'all something, bro. I see somebody asking if hold on. Marissa said, does Hitchens want to fight T.O.? I'm sure he do want to fight T.O., and I'm gonna tell you why. Not only does it make sense financially, since they both from Brooklyn, they could do something in New York and get a lot of attention. But it's more about the stylistic matchup. Hitchens is real confident with motherfuckers who are ineffective against outboxers. Hitchens is a basic, fundamental, athletic outboxer, right? I ain't gonna say he necessarily slick. I ain't gonna call him slick or anything like that. But what I am gonna say is he boxes real well, good 1-2, keeps his range really well. He's really good at understanding, distance and keeping you at the end of his punches, right? He's seen T.O. struggle with guys who have similar qualities to him. So he watching these niggas and he be like, oh, he having trouble with that. I could do this better than him. I'm better than him, so I know he can't beat me. Like that type shit. So he feels like it's a safe, calculated risk. And plus T.O.'s a solid, he's a big name, in and around his division. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. This little bitch annoying as hell, y'all.
Her tail is so long.
Yeah, she getting big. Look at her. She be eating good. That's why. She be eating good. Black ass. But Hitchens is only confident if he sees a clear victory. He made it clear that he will only fight what he feel is a clear win. Bro, how can you be a fan of somebody like that though? Like, cause I've heard Hitchens like allude to that type of shit too. Like, he be like, yeah, like I know this is a tough fight, so why would I? Like when he was talking about Matias, bro, like he was really spilling the beans on YSM, bro. Like really was concerned about Subriel's style or how, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna, if he don't feel he gotta be 100%, he ain't like the rehydration process, he not gonna fight this style if he ain't 100% because he knows that it might not, he ain't say that directly, but he knows there's a likelihood it might not go in his favor. So if he can't rehydrate how he want, or as much as he would like, that he's not going to go up against that particular style. Like, he showed a lot of concern. And I'm like, bro, this motherfucker Hitchens must be a really bad liar, bro. Like, he literally, like, he's trying to avoid saying, like, the truth. But at the same time, it's like he's very bad at, trying to go around it. He's really bad at trying to go around the truth. He ends up snitching on himself. He said, T.O. can't cut the ring off either. I think Hitchens scary ass smoke. I think he'll outclass T.O. I think he'll make T.O. look really bad. Based off of what we've been seeing. He with Canelo now, so that's supposed to be, the motherfucking solution to all of his flaws. And you know what I'm saying? But this is the thing, right? Because Eddie Reynoso, he been around Canelo his whole career, but he didn't build Canelo. That was Chepo, right? So look at the guys that Eddie Reynoso has had, Andy Ruiz, Luis Neri, Ryan Garcia, Oscar Valdez. Which one of their games changed dramatically being with Eddie Reynoso? I would love to ask Lotus, by the way, because he's like, oh, he with Eddie Reynoso now. They're going to teach him how to cut off the ring. That's possible. Cool. But y'all tell me in the chat, who has Eddie Reynoso trained where they have significantly improved as a result of being with him? I feel like each and every one of them guys that are with Eddie Reynoso were already established and didn't really change too much. What changed about Ryan Garcia in the time he was with Eddie? What changed about Valdez? Valdez was always a come forward, combination punching, you know what I'm saying, dog. Valdez, all these niggas was already like that before they got with Eddie. Who did Eddie dramatically improve? He didn't even really change Canelo. On some real shit, you can make a case that he made Canelo worse. And I'm going to tell you guys why. When Canelo Alvarez, and this might be just because he moved up in weight. So when you move up in weight, you don't have to train as hard. And, you know what I mean? Your stamina is not as good. So you might have to do a little bit more. You might need to be a little bit more efficient with your movement and your stamina overall. But I remember clear as day when Canelo Alvarez was a volume combination puncher at 154 pounds, used upper body movement, was a little slick in there. He had slow feet, flat-footed, but he made up for it with his upper body movement. We seen that with Canelo from 154 to 160. You feel what I'm saying? Then as soon as he got to 68, all of a sudden there's a complete lack of upper body movement. All high guard, walk to you, barely use the jab, walks you to the ropes, rips combinations. Walks you to the ropes, rips combinations. Walks to the ropes, hits the elbows, hits the shoulders, hits the body. If he could find the left hook, he hits you with the left hook, whatever the case is. Besides, and we know Canelo's a very experienced, fighter. He's been pro since he's been 15 years old. The dude, like 34 years old now. He's been boxing for more than half of his life professionally. That's wild to think about. More than half of his life has been devoted to being a professional boxer. So he has a shit ton of experience. You know what I mean? So Canelo's a top guy at the end of the day, regardless of what people may say. He's a top guy. You feel what I mean? Even though he a drug cheat, he's still one of the top guys in the boxing world. 168 and 175, he undersized. I mean, that's a fact. Canelo like 5'7", bro. They keep trying to change his height and make him taller than what he is. Canelo is 5'7". But, he's not the smallest dude in terms of like frame and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I said all of this shit to say that Eddie Reynoso hasn't really dramatically changed anybody that he's took under his wing. We've seen people make improvements under Derek James. We've seen that with Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? We've seen changes with Robert Garcia when he had his fighters. I've seen him make Anthony Joshua a little bit more aggressive body puncher against Usyk and shit like that. I've seen Robert Garcia make Rayo a disciplined outboxer in a fight. We never seen Rayo do that. Rayo always tried to clip you and get you up out of there and try to trade fire with fire. Like I've seen trainers make fighters better or add shit to their arsenal or add a new wrinkle to their game. You feel what I'm saying? You don't really see that with Eddie Reynoso. So everybody keep playing it like Eddie Reynoso is fucking God's gift and he's the solution to everybody's flaws and problems. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, because I seen Oscar Valdez have trouble cutting off the ring against Shakur Stevenson. I see Canelo had trouble cutting off the ring against Floyd Mayweather and Erislandy Lara. I seen him even have a little bit of trouble cutting off Caleb Plant until he fatigued. So I wonder when this whole idea of Eddie Reynoso becoming this fucking cut off the ring guru coming to play. I wonder when that started to come around. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. He improved Mike Donald like a motherfucker, bro. He improved Mike Donald like a motherfucker. That's a great one. That's a great example. Mike Donald was so much better at the end of his career than he was when he was fighting Amir Khan and fucking Eric Morales and shit like that. Round one says Lara and Floyd and Plant have that same slick style and Bivol too. So yeah, Canelo kind of had problems with boxers like that. I mean, that's facts. But what I'm saying is the reason why I had brought up that example is because they're saying that because Teofimo Lopez is joining Canelo's camp, he's going to be able to cut off the ring now. And I'm like, okay, their top guy has struggled to cut off the ring against elite level outboxers. So what makes people think that all of a sudden Teofimo is going to train with them and all of a sudden have it all figured out on how to cut off the ring? We seen Canelo struggle to cut off the ring, and he's the top dog over at his camp. So Maidana fucked Amir Khan up bad. Then Amir Khan win. Maidana turned it up at the end, but he rocked Khan at the end, but Khan got through it. I think that modified version of Maidana that Robert Garcia had, the one that fought Floyd twice and Adrian Broner, I think he would have beat Khan. That's just my opinion, though. You feel what I'm saying? Who was Maidana with when he fought Amir Khan? Let me check. Was he with Robert? No. Let me check real quick. It's actually a good question. Well, that definitely ain't Robert. Whoever that is, that ain't Robert. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah. Yeah. Some old head. Yeah. Hell yeah. Amir Khan versus Maidana was a good fight. That was a good job. Shout out to the 34 people that's in the building, man. Talk to me. So what's on your mind, man? What we talking about before we get up out of here? I probably got like a good 10 minutes left. What we talking about? Shout out to the 32 people that's in the building. I appreciate everybody coming through and showing love. You know what I mean? We on the road to 3K. Where we at this point in time, man? We closing in on that 2,500 mark, correct? Let me see. Yep, we about 29 subscribers away. We at 2.47K. Shout out to everybody that's coming through and making it do what it do. You feel what I'm saying? They've been trying to demonetize my videos and all this good shit, man. But like I said, they can't stop what's in motion. You know what I mean? You can't starve the motherfuckers who being fed by God. You know what I mean? Can't starve the motherfucker. Write that down. Write that down. You know what I'm saying? Put that as a motherfucking quote. She looked at me like, ooh, this nigga just said some hot shit. My girl looked at me like, ooh, that was gospel. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Let me say that again. Huh?
I said that.
I said that. You look when I said that quote, you looked over at me like, oh shit, this nigga just said some hot shit. Yeah, I already know. I said you cannot starve a nigga who's being fed by God. Nigga. Come on, man. Get this dumbass cat out my face. Fuck on you. Fuck Blackie.
She didn't do nothing to you.
Marissa said, I heard Glenn Jersey Boy Tapia is moving back to New Jersey. I didn't even know he moved out of Jersey. What he been doing? He damaged. He damaged goods. He damaged goods, man. Like James Kirkland ruined that boy. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't never been the same since the James Kirkland fight. I knew that Glenn Tapia was done after that Gabe Rosado fight. That nigga had Gabe Rosado looking like Mike Tyson in there, bro. I couldn't believe it. Like 0 punch resistance, chinny as hell. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I knew from then that Glenn don't got no business being back in the sport of boxing. You feel what I mean? Bordy Box said Teofimo sucks. That sounds like a Puerto Rican that's pissed off at the man. I'm a Puerto Rican too, brother. Come on.
Stay still.
Stay still. No, I did not just hit her. Why would you say that on YouTube? Marky Dan be tripping in the comments, bro. That's my guy though. Devin versus every champion at 47 but Boots. I don't know. James Kirkland was a fucking animal though. Like he kind of fucked up when like he would leave. What the fuck? When he would leave Ann Wolf and shit like that. Him and Ann Wolf had like a shaky relationship, so he always ended up leaving her for some type of disagreement, and then he'll train with somebody else and he won't look the same. You feel what I'm saying? But whenever he was locked in with Ann Wolf, he was very hard to beat. And you know, Canelo, who pretty much has had a granite chin throughout the course of his career, he said that James Kirkland, the hardest puncher he ever been in the ring with. Said that several times. James Kirkland was a monster, bro. And it was like, and James Kirkland was a type dude where it was like, you either gonna get him or he gonna get you. So it was like, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. And you know, Glenn Tapia, I remember HBO was trying to build him up. You know what I mean? Jersey boy, little pretty nigga that could box. And, you know what I'm saying? He's selling tickets because you know. And then they put him in there with James Kirkland and he ruined that man's career. He was never able to take a punch the same again after James Kirkland. James Kirkland knocked Glenn out on his feet. He was out cold on his feet on the ropes, and the ref grabbed him. But by the time the ref grabbed him, he already had took too much punishment, and it cost him. Teofimo is a racist. We established that. Marky Dan said Teo versus Dev got to be next. This storyline needs to be concluded already. I agree, brother, but how the way it's looking is definitely not going to be next. You know, Teo is being associated with Subriel Matias and you know things of that nature. Like he not getting that Dev fight not happening next. And, you know, I was just listening to Bill Haney's interview with Fight Hub. You know, on the way back from the awards, and they talking about how they want to take a full year off. So they talking about March coming back, but most likely they probably not gonna come back till April. You feel me? Round one said for real, and Canelo fought people like Kovalev and GGG who are hard punchers, and he said Kirk the strongest puncher he fought. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can see that shit though. Like James Kirkland ain't play with Canelo. Like he went straight into the smoke, and Canelo looked overwhelmed at points. Like what the fuck? Like he was all up against the ropes, and Kirkland would not stop punching. And Canelo was like, man, I gotta get this nigga up off me. So he started punching with Kirkland. That's where Kirkland fucked up at because Canelo, especially when he was at them smaller weights, he had fast hands and he was a sharp ass puncher. So it was only a matter of time before Canelo caught him square on the chin. You know, Canelo started punching with him, got his ass. And, you know, Kirkland, you know, he kept punching and shit like that. But after the first knockdown, his legs were never the same. And that's when things were able to slow down. And, you know, Canelo started to beat on him. And I think that fight only lasted like, what, like 3-4 rounds, bro? Yeah, that was 3 rounds.
James Kirkland was a monster. Teofimo is a special fighter. He will go in the Hall of Fame one day. Nobody beats Lopez at 140. This is according to Mastermind, people. This nigga said Teo Vestite. That's crazy. Boxing knowledge in the building. He says, I got Matias stopping Teo if it happens. I think he had an off night versus Paro. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I hope you're right, boxing knowledge. But I'll tell you this, and I told Low to his face, if Subriel looks like how he did against Paro or the fight prior, he's not going to beat Teo, people. Name value doesn't mean you're automatically the best. Yeah, man, like Floyd said, the hardest fight that he's ever been in the ring with was Emmanuel Augustus. Well, Emmanuel Burton now. Whatever that. No, his name was Emmanuel Burton. He changed it to Emmanuel Augustus. His birthday just passed by too. Shout out to the original Drunken Master. Let me see who else. Damn, there was somebody else. I forgot who, but whatever. Robert Jenkins said Matias got 100% knockout percentage. Yeah, if you're not including his losses, yeah. He do. Matias and Tito will be a banger. Are you talking about Mercado? Because that would be a banger. Who you got if NUA move up to 126 and fight with Espinoza? That's a good ass fight. I think NUA's worst enemy at this point in his career is weight, like being too high up in the weight division. You feel what I mean? Espinoza tall. You feel what I mean? He got a dog in him, good gas tank. He let his hands go. But I do think anyway, I don't know how he'll look at 26. He looks phenomenal at 22 though. Maybe that 4 pounds won't really do much for him. Won't make that much of a difference for him. I don't know. But I think he's a lot more intelligent than Espinoza. He could probably outbox him. He could probably outbox Espinoza, and with his speed, he could probably catch him with something he don't see. But as he moves up in weight classes, it's gonna be harder and harder to get these niggas respect, especially with your punching power. And you know, as you move up in weight, your speed does slow down. Your punch resistance does decrease typically, and your legs not as fast. Like this is what happens. You know what I mean? Eventually, them weight classes. That's why they say size matters, because the more you move up in weight, your abilities do seem to decrease. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you started your career at 130, it's highly unlikely that you're gonna have the same speed at 130 in comparison to when you make your welterweight debut, 47. You know, because can't nobody tell me that Floyd was as fast at 47 that he was at 30. Like, can't nobody tell me that. It's completely different speeds. Still fast, but completely different speeds. Anyway, and Nick Ball or anyway and Bam, please. Well, Bam not planning on moving up anytime soon. And at this point, they 2 weight classes apart. So it's doable. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Anyway, and Nick Ball, though, that'll be a great fight stylistically. I just love it, and y'all noticed this, right? Because you know, Turkey Al-Sheikh has always been interested in making NUA and Gervonta Davis. Now, there's a lot of pushback on that because they don't want to see NUA move up 2 weight divisions. Meanwhile, they want to see Bam move up 2 weight divisions to fight NUA. Do you see how there is a complete double standard there? They know that fighter that's moving up 2 weight classes is at a disadvantage significantly. But if it's a fighter they don't care for, then they will call for it. Anyway, on the other hand, they know that that'll essentially be a suicide mission fighting Gervonta Davis. And therefore, you know what I mean, they pushing back on it like, oh no, man. Well, no. He don't need to he could focus, he could stay focused at 122. Oh, he can move up to 26. He doesn't need to fight Gervonta. Well, when's the last time Gervonta fought at 130? Gervonta's at 135. He's too big. Same shit they did with Lomachenko. They had no problem with Guillermo Rigondeaux moving from 122 to 130 to fight him. But when they was asking Loma to move up 2 weight classes to fight Bud, when Bud was at 140, oh, that's a suicide mission. Why would you want Loma to do that? Because y'all ask black fighters to do it all the time. So when we ask a European or a non-black fighter to do it, then it's a problem. You feel what I'm saying? It's always like that. The standard's always different for fighters who are not black. It shows time and time again. It's not, any type of science to it or anything like that. All you gotta do is open your eyes and pay attention. Round 1 said, Floyd was knocking people out from 130 to 140 and had fast hands, but when Floyd got to 47-54 with the bigger people, he didn't have enough power to some of them. Yeah, his speed slowed down too. Because I felt like what really used to kill people and really knock people out with Floyd from 130, 135, and even 140 was how fast his hands was, bro. They couldn't see his punches. The punches you don't see, that's the shit that put you out. You feel me? Like, Floyd was never like a one-punch knockout artist. You feel me? But like when he fought Diego Corrales, that fucking hook was so fast and sharp, Corrales couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't had Corrales was never really like knocked out cold or anything like that, but the punch was so fast that he couldn't see it that, when he would get caught, boom, it was like a whole world to stop and he'll go down type shit. It's the speed. Floyd might be like the best 130 of all time. I was watching that motherfucker. I'm like, it was the speed, bro. Speed was different. His ring intelligence. He was elusive even in them smaller weight classes. He was hard to hit clean. Unless he wanted to go to war with you, then he didn't mind taking his bumps and bruises. But once Floyd had his mind made up that you wasn't going to touch him, bad John. His mentality changed as well. That's true. Shane Mosley or Gervonta at 135. Ooh, wee. Speed, Shane at 35, Shane's explosiveness, speed, and power, and his fucking steel chin, like his granite chin, that'd have been a problem for Gervonta, bro. That'd have been a problem for Gervonta. I love how people just, before even thinking about it, it's just like, oh, Tank, man, oh, Tank. Bro, I got a whole lot of confidence in Tank when Tank hasn't really showed you that he's capable of defeating elite fighters. You might think he can. I might think he can, but he hasn't showed you that. So until somebody shows you, you can never know. A nigga could tell me that he could he could make a full court jump shot. He could tell me that shit all day, but until until I see it with my physical eyes, I can't believe it. Gotta see it to believe it. Tank versus Bud will be fire at 47 back then. Tank wouldn't dare jump to 147. He wouldn't dare. He going around telling people he ain't even a 35 for real. When they was trying to get that fight when Dev was trying to get that fight with Tank team, Coach Calvin and them, oh, Tank not even really a 35. Leonard Ellaby, oh, Tank's not really a 35. He's really a 30. Like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. He fighting at lightweight. He got a belt at lightweight, and he fighting lightweight fighters. What the fuck is he? Stop it. Or Canelo not really a 168. He's really a middleweight. Where the fuck is he unified at? Where is he fighting at? Who is he fighting? All right, then. Whoever the fuck he fighting or wherever he campaigning at, that's his weight. And he may they be undersized for the weight class? Sure. But that don't mean that they're just because they undersized that all of a sudden, they're not that weight class. If you a champion there, that's your weight. Point blank, period. Canelo himself said he can't make 160. Yeah, he said that. He said that when he was talking to Sway. He was on Sway in the morning. They was talking about when he fight Bud at 160. He's like, no, I can't make the weight no more. It had to be at 168. I'm sure Canelo can make 160 if we being honest. I just think that just like with a lot of fighters when they get older, they just don't feel like cutting the weight no more. Tank said he would touch Bud Chin. Man, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. Tank know who and who not. You don't even want to fight niggas in your weight class. You gonna swing on Bud? When has Tank ever swung on a nigga outside the ring? You know how many niggas done ran down on Tank and he did nothing? Stop it. Tank, this big ass gangster. If it was beef, like niggas, stop it, bro. Stop it. He went and told Gilly and Wallow that, Tevin and them, they not really street like that, blah, blah, blah. Bro, he ran down on you multiple times and you did nothing as a result of it. He challenged you outside of the ring. You did nothing about it. Went in your face, asked you when you try and rumble, all that. You did nothing about it. These niggas only tough inside the ring, bro. I'm telling you. So, how do you think Pure Rog versus Triple G and Canelo would have went? Well, Pure Rog, that motherfucker was a surgeon in there, man. Especially with that Daniel Jacobs fight. Like, he made Daniel Jacobs look like a fucking baby because, like, that shit was incredible. But unfortunately, I can't speak too much on that because Pure Rog ended up developing a career-ending injury. I think it was a back injury that pretty much derailed his entire boxing career. And he had a great win over Daniel Jacobs, who bounced back and became champion after the fact. But we didn't see too much of Pure Rog. Me personally, I haven't seen much of Pure Rog at a high level for me to give you a confident answer in that. I do know that Pure Rog and Triple G were supposed to fight each other, and I fucking wish they would have fought each other before Pure Rog walked away. But unfortunate things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I guess we'll never know. There's a lot of guess we'll never know situations that's happened in boxing, and some shit. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But those would have been hella fights. But I just feel like Canelo wouldn't have fought the nigga anyway. I feel like Canelo wouldn't even have looked in Pure Rog direction. On some real shit, he didn't even want to look in Triple G direction. They had to put the pressure on him to make that fight happen. HBO, you know what I'm saying? All that. They ain't let Canelo breathe until he gave Triple G a shot. Something tell me Canelo wouldn't even look that boy away. He probably would have just let Triple G and Pure Rog destroy each other. And when either one of them became damaged goods, then he would have swooped in on his scavenger shit. All right, they damaged now. Let me fight these niggas. They done fucked each other up. Let me fight these niggas now. While they fighting, this nigga Canelo like a vulture in the sky, just waiting for one of them to die. Oh, this nigga dying. All right, I'm about to swoop down to get to work. That type shit. Canelo didn't want no Triple G smoke, bro. I'm telling you, they forced that man to do that. His back was against the wall. Round one said, I think Canelo would have fought him and would have won via judge's decision. Yeah. Just don't get knocked out, Canelo, and you'll win.
But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. This was a great, eventful live. I've been on here for an hour and 15. You feel what I'm saying? I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. You know what I mean? Even with this motherfucking snowstorm that's coming, you already know they're gonna make my ass work. Pause. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. You feel what I'm saying? Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. You want to say something to the people?
Good night.
What an asshole. You see how she treat the nation? That's crazy. But anyways, y'all have a blessed, beautiful night, man. I'll be back at y'all with another video tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that one. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Have a great one, y'all. Peace.